Hi everyone, welcome. This is Ashley for Ashley's Coloring Journey. I was tagged to do a video by the lovely Spicey Cat Colors. So I want to shout out to her. Thank you so much for thinking of me and helping me bring some attention to my little channel here. I appreciate it. I am going to do this or that round 2 tag started by Micheala Renee. There's 20 prompts with a bonus. I do have a little bit of a cold, so I apologize for the sniffles and whatnot. I will try to keep them under control. I'm going to color this page by Walter Rimsey for hashtag Walter Wims May. I'm so behind on my hashtag this month. Just hit hard between allergies and whatnot. My allergies, I think, turned into a sinus infection. And oh my goodness, I just haven't been feeling well. So today is going to be my catch-up day on videos and coloring and whatnot. And so I figured let's do 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's work on my hashtag and knock this tag video out of the way in one shot. So I am going to color this image available on his Etsy. I will put all his information down below. I believe he still has a sale also on his Etsy. I think it's 2 for $3, something like that. And then I will also do Spicey Cat Colors channel down below, and if I tag anybody, I will put them down below. Jamie's Coloring Love will probably be who I tag. She's pretty good about joining in on things. I know she's a little busy this month, but maybe beginning of June she'll have some time. I do not know how to do the eye in the sky. I am not that fancy yet, so I will have to put everything in the description. I don't know how to link above. So for now, I'm just using Teo tree markers, and I'm going to go ahead and read through the prompts and get started. I will try not to talk a whole lot too much. So, starting at the beginning, question 1. Do you color in a bed or at a desk? I color at a desk. I used to color in bed when I first started, but now I have so many supplies. Like I color with pencils and markers and gel pen and fine liners and you know, then you got erasers, pencil sharpeners, and marker blenders, things like that, blotter sheets, and it's just so much for me to carry around that I usually just stick to sitting at my desk. It's just what works for me. Even going to the park, usually I have a hard time taking everything I need with me. Probably more of an organization issue versus actual too many things to carry, but so that is that one. I am stuck at my desk now. The next one is Crayola Super Tips or Staedtler markers. I do not have Staedtler markers, but I am not a water-based person. I don't really care for Crayola Super Tips either. They are cool for some effects. I have tried to go over the top of them with pencil, the spray underneath them to prevent streaks with the Krylon fixative and whatnot, but I really just prefer my alcohol. It's just, if I was stuck with one or the two, I'd probably just pick Crayola. So, question 3, Eriys romantic. Can you wait till I'm done, please? Those are loud. Eriys romantic country series or the tracing series. I have never tried the tracing series, but I have done a lot of her coloring books, so I'd probably just pick coloring books. I'm not real big into tracing. I'd rather just color it. Maybe someday down the road that'll be something I'm interested in. Maybe if they were more readily available, like on my Amazon or something, and they didn't cost a fortune, I'd be more willing to try it. But as of right now, I would probably just stick to the books. Where are we? Number 4, I am going to skip. I will tell you the question, but I will not answer it. So it is Sachin, Diva, or ColorQuestopia, color by numbers. I do not do either. I don't do color by numbers a whole lot. I do a little bit of George Tufexis, a couple mystery color by numbers here and there, but no, I haven't bought any books or went down that at all, so I have no idea which one I would pick. Hannah Lynn, simple or detailed? And for Hannah Lynn, I am a detailed girl. I do like her simplified versions for practice. but I really love doing backgrounds and details, so that is where that is going to be for me. Lynn, I am a detailed girl. Okay, that is my winter girl. And I think while I'm thinking of it, I'm going to go ahead and do these trees right here so that I remember what purple I used. We'll probably tap over these with a little bit of chalk marker or acrylic paint to make them look snowy. I'm thinking this is fall, so she's probably my spring girl. Okay, so coloring animals or people. Realistically, I prefer neither. I am an animal person. Coloring hair and skin is almost more stressful to me than anything else. Animals, whether they be mandalas or zentangle or something like that, I still really enjoy them, bringing them to life, blending with different colors. Hair and skin and clothes just, sometimes they get overwhelming. So I'm going to go with animals for that one. Find this real quick. Play on colors or wing it. Kind of winging it on this page. As I go, I will show you. So what I do in the coloring process here, because we're getting to know each other, is this is Symphony of Cute Animals. I always want to say cute first. I pick a few colors I know I'm gonna want. I knew I wanted teal, and I knew I wanted this dark pomegranate raspberry color. I knew my elephant was gonna be gray. So I put them colors down where I wanted them, and then I kind of take a look, see what goes with it from there. So I don't plan every little detail, but I do like to start with somewhat of a plan, just so I know what I'm working with, I guess. So I am a plan colors to a point. Straight coloring or blended coloring, I don't know if you can tell by my image here, but I'm a little bit of a blender. Whether it be pencils, markers, crayons, watercolors, pastels, I will blend them. If there is a will, there is a way. I just feel like blending brings so much more to the page. And if I'm going to spend all this time and all this money and dedicate myself to the image, then I'm going to do it right and how I like it that makes me feel good. So that's just how I roll with that. Go ahead and put this brown here. Next one, color by color or color by number. I don't do either. We talked about it already. George Tufexis, I've done a couple in his autumn book just because I really love autumn. But I am not a color by number person. I have not bought any books dedicated to it. I think I have one $3 book from like Family Dollar, and I have maybe 1 or 2 pages colored in it in the 5 years I've owned it. So I'm just not. I've tried and tried, especially with the new fad. That's how I got into George Tufexis. I thought maybe if I found color by numbers that were a little more challenging, they would be more interesting to me, but they're just not. It's just not happening with me. It's just one trend I'm having trouble hopping on board with. Thankfully, there are lots of other people out there who enjoy it, so there is no shortage on tips or tricks if you're into that kind of thing. Next is alcohol markers or Sharpie markers. And I was sort of under the impression when I started coloring that they were the same thing. I thought permanent and alcohol were the same. I am an alcohol marker girl just because I know 90% of my markers are alcohol for sure. I do have a vast collection of Sharpies, and I do love that they're coming out with all these new colors, but for the purpose of the question, I'll say alcohol. Color realistically or Whacky colors. I don't know if you can tell by my page, but I'm a little more realistic. trees are brown, grass is green kind of thing. I've never colored a pink tree. I would really like to, but I have a hard time branching out and getting out of my comfort zone. Something I definitely need to work on. Been telling myself that for a while, and I have ventured out with skies. You know, I've worked on sunsets and things like that, but no green skies or anything, no pink water, pink trees. Animals I can venture out a little further with, but for the most part I am realistic. Color listening to podcasts, music, or audiobooks. So usually I'm sitting at my desk, which is facing out a window, so the TV is behind me. And I also have a little 4-year-old who's always with me. She's not started school yet, thanks to everything going on, maybe in the fall. So we usually turn on the country station, and she will draw or play with some Legos, and I will color. And it just kind of helps her cut down on that screen time and work on that independent play and whatnot. I wouldn't really be watching the TV if it was on anyway, because I'm faced the other way. I have a hard enough time following shows and keeping up with what's going on because I'm not a TV person, that facing the opposite way and trying to follow a show would just be impossible for me. So that is that one. I'm going to fill these in here. I will come back and add a darker color and blend it. I'm just kind of marking where everything is at. I think this is all grass, and I'm going to do it in a lighter color. Okay, Kerby Worlds Within Worlds are Fragile World. So, real quickly, I've got my books pulled out for this reason. So, honestly, you would think I would pick Worlds Within Worlds, because I have worked this book. Oh, sorry, large book, bumped the camera. I have worked a lot in this book. I have. And it's been so fun and so rewarding. I've learned so many things. It's just been awesome. However, I really love the animal book. I love that it helps endangered species. I love that it brings awareness. I love that no matter which way you decide to color this book, if I want to have a rainbow animal or rainbow koalas, or, you know, or if I want to color them realistically with their colors and the fur down pat, that this book will be gorgeous no matter what. So I have not started this book yet, so it might not seem fair to pick this book. I really have my eye on this page, but it takes me a long time to research how I want to do things. But Fragile World is where it's going to be for me, even though both of those are my favorite out of his collection. I hope he sticks with more of this version of his coloring versus the ones with all the doodles and things in it. Kameliya, Angelkova, Mandalas, or Minis. If you know me, if you followed me at all, you will know Mandalas are my nemesis. They're sort of up there with color by numbers for me. Patterns, wallpaper images. I cannot do the repetitive, the same thing over and over and over and over and over. I like to switch colors. I like to switch techniques. I like to blend it out. I struggle so bad. So I am going to pick the minis for Kameliya Angelkova. Her mandalas, I do have her autumn mandalas. Something about them autumn books. I gotta have them, even if they're mandalas. But oh my goodness, I just so prefer the minis. I can handle them to a point, but okay. So on this tree, real quick, I'm gonna pause my talking just because I'm gonna try to follow this tree a little bit. I want my dark. I'm gonna follow this. I know, I have a weird way of doing things. Just how it goes sometimes. Hopefully this will make more sense when you see what I'm going for here. Okay, I'll get down beside this queen. I'm hurrying. Okay, I gotta flip my note page here. Almost there. 15. Buddy color or color on your own. So honestly, I love buddy colors. They're really fun, and I really like the fact that I don't pick the page. I will pick the book if you pick the page, but I ain't picking the page, because I found out that if I let somebody else pick the page, usually Jamie, because she's like the only one that buddy colors with me, she will pick a random page that I probably would not have picked, or at least picked right away. And it feels so good to mark one of those pages off and just to have it done. Like the elephant page I just showed you. It is a cute page, and I probably would have colored it eventually, but the elephant was a little bit intimidating, so it probably wouldn't have been where I started in that book. But she messaged me, and she's like, I got my eye on 2 pages in this book. You want to do one with me? And I was like, yep, pick one. And we picked the elephant. So, I really like the challenge of a buddy color. The only thing is, a lot of people, I don't have a crowd, a lot of people are into color by number fad lately, which is awesome, but I don't fit in because I don't have those books. The Disney French books are also going around, and again, I don't have the budget for those, so I have been limited on the buddy colors I've done, but I do like them, so I would buddy color over color your own. Try a new artist or old fave. I am for the new. That is how I found Walter Whimsy. I have my eye on another artist who hopefully I will have a couple books coming in for. I am not necessarily follow the flow, like if it's, you know, when Kerby puts a book out and everybody buys it, kind of new artist. But Adelita Quinn, she put a book out, self-published, and I haven't seen anybody with it, any flip-throughs or anything, and it was a gnome book, so of course I was like, alright, I'm on it. I'm gonna jump in, we're gonna try it. So I am definitely all about supporting new artists. I am a new color tuber, YouTuber, new to this whole world, and I appreciate the support and everybody, you know, being so kind and helping me out and teaching me the ropes. So I would like to do the same for the artists. Colorful or neutral color palette. Well, I am a colorful girl. There is no neutral in my life at all whatsoever. I am totally colorful. Neutral would totally be a challenge for me. I think the most neutral I probably go is pastel colors. Even on people, I have a hard time keeping it to just brown hair, blue eye kind of things. So that is that one. I need to decide on some colors here. Excuse me. Color a page in one sitting or little by little. I am a little by little person. I usually have so much going on that I'll sit down and I'm like, okay, this is what I need to do, this is what I want to do, this is what I've started, and depending on time, I'm like, you know what, I can finish this one real quick and get it out of the way, and I'll finish it. Or at the beginning of the month, usually what I do at the beginning of the month is I pick all my projects that I really want to do, and then I will start a few of them, and then the last couple weeks of the month I spend kind of finishing them up. I don't know why that's what I do. That's just what's worked out best for me, especially with trying to get goals done, commitments to coloring teams, hashtags, things like that. So, and still getting the books I have and want colored so that I can buy more. It's just what's worked best for me. Is just to start a few of them and get a pile going and then just kind of work my way through it. Color while watching TV or YouTube. I usually watch YouTube in bed because I don't watch a lot of TV, so when I'm laying down and getting ready to go to sleep, I will watch YouTube. But when I'm coloring, I'm usually just listening to the radio. Every once in a while, I'll watch somebody's finished pages or something like that. If I'm needing inspiration or motivation, if I'm lacking in that department, then that's a great way for me to kind of be like, ooh, I want to color in that book too. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I want to try that. But usually it's a bedtime thing. usually, I don't watch a lot of TV, especially in the summer. I do watch it a little more in the winter, but usually if we're not coloring, we're outside at the park, we're going for walks, we're fishing, so not a lot of TV. I couldn't even tell you the last TV show I watched, really. I did attempt to watch a movie when I didn't feel good, but I took some NyQuil and took a nap, so I don't even know if that counts. And question number 20, color by number pixels, mosaics, or standard. Once again, not going to answer, never tried them, don't know, don't want to give an unfair opinion of something I've never tried. It would be like telling you I don't like sushi when I've never tried it. I can tell you it doesn't sound good, or that it might not be my preference, but I cannot guarantee you I don't like it. And that's just how I feel on that. And then there is a bonus question. Oh, that isn't what I meant to do, but that's alright. I'll fix it. Rattle. If you had only one supply the rest of your life, what would it be and why? So I was really torn when I first thought about it, whether I would pick Prismacolors or alcohol markers. But I think I'm going to pick Prismacolors. I feel like they would keep me busy longer. There's more I can do with them. I feel more accomplished with them. Yeah, pretty sure I would rather, if I had to be stuck with markers or pencils, I think I would stick with pencils. Assuming that they come free of charge with unlimited books, that would be my pick for that one. Okay, so that is all. I will put all the information down below. If you stuck with me through this whole video, I thank you so much. I know sounding a little rough, feeling a little rough, but I really wanted to get this done because it was really kind of Spicey Cat Colors to stop and think of me and mention me, so really wanted to get this done so she would know I appreciated it. I will try to get a couple more videos up by the end of the month. We will see how it goes. Hopefully, I was really hoping to have this cold kicked, so we will see, but that is my goal. So I thank you for watching. Questions, comments, leave them down below. Once again, I will leave the prompts and everything down below if you would like to join in. And thanks for watching. Have a good day.